way that I love to start out these events with new consultants attending in person, and then we have a lot of new consultants watching all over the globe. I just want to first of all congratulate all of you for making the decision to step out of your comfort zone enough to check out something new. And in order to kind of start this whole thing off, I know people love to tell stories and you love to hear stories, so I'm going to tell you my story first. So when I started PartyLite, it was 1994, and I had gotten married a couple years earlier, and I was started in my life in the corporate world doing human resources for a world headquarters of a company that was located in Chicago. So I was doing all the hiring and firing and interviewing and new consultant orientation, new employee orientation. I got to change over from PartyLite to the corporate world there for a second. But anyway, then we got married after college. I started in the corporate world, and I went to a party that a friend of mine was having, and it was a PartyLite party, which I never had heard of anything like PartyLite. But I went because she was having something gooey and fudgy for dessert. That's all I knew. So I showed up. But what I guess appealed to me was that it was free to get started, and then I could have flexibility and extra income doing this in addition to my full-time corporate job. So I continued along the path there, doing the 40 to 50-hour work week and doing maybe a couple of parties every single week. So I was earning at the end of my first few months, I was looking at month end each time going, gosh, I just worked like, I did 2 parties a week and partied at those parties and made $800 to $1,000 a month. And this is all just extra fun money. So I was loving it. Then it kind of moved into, gosh, I could pay the rent, in Chicago. I mean, that was like our rent payment. So anyway, it just kind of grew from there. The next step was that I was working toward a free trip, a free cruise. So I just kept doing the same things I was doing, and then before I knew it, I had earned a free trip and built an entire unit with PartyLite. So the whole thing just kind of started because of that trip, honestly. The trip motivated me. And then when we moved to St. Louis, I was able to stay home. Eventually, when we had my son, I was able to stay home with our new baby, who's now 7. And the fact that I've never had to put him into a daycare situation and me miss him, it would be more about me missing him than him missing me. But it's worked out great because I've been able to be there for all the fun stuff. And the not so fun stuff, I guess, right? But anyway, and then PartyLite now is actually growing so much that we now have 112% increase over last year's sponsoring. At this time of year, we've had a 112% increase in our sponsoring numbers, which is crazy. The other thing that I think is so cool about PartyLite right now is, well, I know for my organization, we have grown to where we're now so big that we're almost represented by consultants in every single one of the 50 states. And we have people in other countries who may be watching this right now. So yeah, it's very exciting to be able to, because of technology, incorporate a lot of you located all over the place instead of just reaching those who are located, right here. So welcome to all of you, no matter where you live. So anyway, what I think is what's really causing our growth right now is that there have been a lot of direct sales companies that have come up within the past few years. When I started PartyLite, it was just us and a couple others. Now there's so many direct sales companies out there. And I feel like, that distracted people from, oh gosh, maybe I'll go over here, I'll go over there and do this and that. But then they want to come back to, and a lot of them are coming back to the fact that we have a product that is unmatched, platinum quality product. And in 19 years, I can count really maybe one time a year when I've actually had to replace something because of quality issues. It's, maybe I'll occasionally do a replacement for something that came in broken, not very often because it's packaged so nice. But as far as quality goes, I mean, we don't deal with that. And I love that about our product. And as you can see, I've got some of our beautiful stuff sitting behind me. We just came out with our new fall and holiday catalog. So there's a lot of new stuff. It's crazy that I've already got Halloween displayed behind me, but I had it, so I went ahead and put it out. It might be a little early. But for you guys to be here and getting information about this, I feel like there are 4 questions that you always want to make sure you ask about any direct sales company before you look at it, because there are a lot of direct sales companies out there right now. So always, no matter what you're looking at, I think it's important to ask these questions of whatever the company is. So why PartyLite? Well, I already mentioned the platinum quality product. So you guys, how many of you already know you love PartyLite candles? I love PartyLite. Okay. Yeah, it would be hard after burning our candles to then go to a lesser quality candle. And so many of our customers, I mean, I say that at my PartyLite get-togethers. I like to say, you better not buy any unless you're prepared to get hooked on our candles, because it's hard to go back to the others once you've experienced the best. Um, and the fact that it's a consumable product is that when people do get hooked on it, they need more to live, so they got to come back and find you because they need more. Or they'll find another consultant if you don't, keep in touch with them or get them on your preferred list, which we'll talk about. It's also a collectible product, which means people want to put it to decorate their homes and make their homes a more beautiful, inviting space. And everybody, I mean, not everybody wears jewelry and makeup and takes vitamins and exercises, but everybody lives somewhere. Everybody wants it to smell nice, and everybody wants it to look pretty when they walk in the door at the end of the day. So no matter who they are, man, woman, whatever, old, young, doesn't matter, they all love candles. So that's kind of a common factor that we have. You're not having to appeal to a certain marketplace, which is nice. And I like to always say at my parties that the way to ensure that you're going to have a timeless piece here is to remember with PartyLite that when you turn down the lights and you light the candles, everybody looks younger by candlelight. Your house looks cleaner and your house smells cleaner by candlelight. So that's another little selling feature of our product, which I got to tell you, I love that. But when I started, we sold votives, tea lights, pillars, and jars. And I got to tell you now, 19 years later, we still sell votives, tea lights, pillars, and jars. But, and I had to write some of these things down because it's so much I can't remember. But now we still sell those same things, but now we sell warmers and melts, which are actually a huge part of our business. That was a $6 billion industry last year, the warmer and melt industry. And now we are getting a huge piece of that pie. So, because people love the fact that they plug it in, they forget it, put one in every room of the house, and it smells great. And it's easy. But now we also sell reed diffusers and oil diffusers, food, LED candles, remote controlled candles, which I never thought I would say. I love those though. The 3-wick jars, the wooden wick candles that snap, crackle, and pop. And I actually have one of these snap, crackle, pop ones right behind my ear, so I keep hearing it. But yeah, if you love the wooden wicks that come in certain companies' candles, then you probably loved the way they sounded. I don't know if you can hear this, but this has the same snap, crackle, pop, but you get the burn quality of PartyLite. So we've got the double whammy there, and the fragrance, of course. And let's see what else. We have the essential jars, which, do you mind handing me over there, Rachel, one of those essential jars? This is one that has now become, and I love to share this fact, we've actually now sold over 1 million of these new little jar candles. We just hit the million point, which is the most number, or the highest number of any candle form that we've ever sold in such a short amount of time. So in 7 months, we sold over 1 million of these. People are loving these. They come in every scent. They burn nice and clean like people are used to with our candles, and they come in every scent, which they go anywhere. People can use them in anything. So, thank you. So yeah, those are awesome. So there's such a variety, and the programs though that we offer to support all this product are what really makes the whole thing work. And the great people. Without the people, we wouldn't really have anything. But we have great people. Are you guys? Can you attest to that? Woo! I think so. We also have great people at our home office, and so that's so comforting to know that there's incredible people who really want for us, at our home office. And then we have programs like the Preferred program that rewards our loyal customers. them coming back. The specials, this is really huge, but they're paid for by the company. And since we don't have to keep inventory, those specials that hosts do, they don't come out of our inventory, which means they don't come out of our pocket. PartyLite pays for them. So that's huge. And now we have BizBucks to reward you for sponsoring. And that's a program we'll talk about a little bit later, but that basically rewards you for sponsoring from the time you are a brand new consultant. You're earning half of what your new consultant is earning. So if you sponsor a new consultant and she makes, $200 in her first couple weeks, then you're making $100 right off the bat. But as a brand new Bright Start consultant, when you're in your first full month or 2 months of business, you're actually getting a $100 bonus from PartyLite anyway. So that means you're earning that $100 bonus on that consultant, plus you're earning half of what she earns. So it's amazing how much money you can accumulate and add to your pocketbook. Does anybody say that anymore? Your purse. Reese was curious about that. He heard that term the other day. He's like, "What's a pocketbook?" And I'm like, "That's what everybody called a purse like 50 years ago." And then I said it. But so anyway, the programs are amazing. So that hopefully answers the question about why PartyLite. Did I answer that? Why PartyLite?
Yeah.
Okay. There's probably 10 other reasons you can think of, but the second question that people should ask about a direct sales company is, how much time is this going to take? And I know probably on our YouTube video you won't be able to see this, but I have what's called a pop-up over here, and it says, "Your life called and it wants you back." And that's because we know that you're busy. We know everybody is busy. How many of you work another job, or have kids at home, or both, or have volunteer organizations that you're part of? On and on and on. And we know you don't have time to work 20 hours a week to earn $200 a week. We know that. I mean, you just don't. And that's what you would get for working maybe, at a retail job making $10 an hour somewhere.
If you're lucky.
Yeah. If you're lucky. Yeah, I guess $7.53 is that? $7.35. Yeah, that's actually the minimum wage here in Missouri,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, but let's just say, for round number's sake, that you got a better retail job making $10 an hour. That's true. That'd be good. It would take you 20 hours at that, and those 20 hours would be dictated by somebody else's, your manager's, scheduling. So not your own. And you know what? Bottom line, ain't nobody got time for that. Really? Right now. I mean, who has time for that? So, we get to party 8 hours a week. Not work. We get to party 8 hours a week, and with PartyLite, and that's doing 2 parties a week, okay? And you're going to earn $200 in 8 hours, as opposed to 20 hours at that that part-time gig making $10 an hour. That ain't nobody got time for that. So, you decide who's working smarter and not harder here: the retail part-time job or the PartyLite consultant. Okay, so that hopefully answers the next question about the time. That was the number 2 question, the time. But bottom line, you get to determine when you work and schedule your own business around your own life, because we know you got a life. So you get to schedule yourself when you want to work. So I have some consultants, they don't want to do Monday through Friday parties. They only want to be able to do maybe 2 parties on a Saturday, or one on Saturday, one on Sunday, or Friday night, whatever. And then I was always just the opposite. I like to do mine Monday through Thursday and then have my weekends, free. So you can just mix it up. This happy hour thing has been a hit. So that's been great to tell people in and out in an hour. They typically stay longer than an hour, but still, it in their mind gives them the okay and approval to that. I can be gone an hour of my life. I can find an hour to go do this. Okay, so the number 3 question is, how much money can I make doing this? And I want to share with you guys a little stat. According to CNN Money, the average American family with at least one credit card has $15,950 in credit card debt. So that's scary. And most families have more than one credit card. But that was the stat for a family with just one credit card, $15,950 in credit card debt. That is you know what I really see with that more than anything? Stress. I see people that are walking around stressed. I mean, they're thinking it's keeping them up at night because they don't know how they're going to juggle everything to make this work. So the money question, I tell you, we can help you to really figure that out based on what you need. But if you're trying to pay down credit card debt, if you're trying to pay tuition, you're going to need a second income stream. That's kind of a proven fact. And David Bach, who is a financial guru, among others, they all recommend that you find a second stream of income. So it could be that part-time retail job, making $7.35 an hour, or it could be something like PartyLite, which appeals to everybody, and it's a party when you go to work. Everybody's in a great mood. But you can lose that flippin' stress is the most important thing. The stress can go away when you're bringing in extra pay.
Hey,
did you just make that up?
I did. I love it.
Yeah. Now help me repeat it.
I remember writing it
The
down.
stress will go away when you make the extra pay. Woohoo! Okay. Ding ding ding.
We have a winner.
But definitely with a direct sales business, you're going to have the flexibility in your hours and your income. You're going to decide how many hours you want to work and how much money you want to make. But if you party 6 times a month as a consultant, you're going to earn $600 to $800. Or you might choose to party 6 times a month and then help other people to party 6 times a month. And then you're helping their quest to pay down their debt or to pay off or pay for extras in their family. And then as you're helping other people to do that, then your title is jumping and your income, more importantly than title, is jumping. So at that level, there's unit leader, which means you have a group of 6 people on your team that you're working with and having fun and working to party with them too. Or you could be at one of our mid-levels making 50-some thousand a year. Or you could be an RVP or senior regional vice president. We have those guys that are making multiple hundreds of thousands every year. So it's nice to be in that category. And for me, I mean, I can tell you I worked part-time hours last year. I definitely worked part-time hours and made a 6-figure income. And I don't know a lot of women that could say that. To work part-time and, you know, when my son is off in the summer, I'm not off in the summer, no, but I'm able to go with him to the pool, or I'm able to go do fun things, and then while he's maybe, you know, doing at the Magic House or whatever, I might be on my phone or I might be looking at my email, but that's work. That's, you know, that's my work is kind of a party, so I get to do it wherever I want now. So hopefully that helps you to answer the question about money. You can take it as far as you want to with PartyLite, but it's important to know that we actually do make great money for being a consultant because we sell a valid product. We're not a company that's just only about signing up other consultants in order to make money. We sell a product that people want. So this is a product that, you know, keeps going. It just keeps going. We have repeat business for years and years and years. It's not a one-time sale. And then the 4th question, how do I get started? Well, I tell you what, do you guys have these little sheets in front of you somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay, because really getting started with PartyLite, I love this. Start your biz, it says. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Okay? The way this works is, and I love this new card because it kind of summarizes everything for us. First step when you get started, and I'll back up even before this, there's a couple of ways that you can actually earn a kit with PartyLite. You can earn it by having a starter party, and that's what Denise is doing actually tomorrow night, is having a starter party. Yay! And then when her sales are at $350, then her kit's paid for. So, and she actually already has her kit. That's exciting.
Yes.
So then we'll get her kit paid for, and then she'll be doing her first party in her own home or at a restaurant or whatever, and then she'll be getting profit from that, and then from all the others. And Denise, I don't know, I'm sure nobody can see you on camera, but they can hear you. So how many do you have actually scheduled now?
I have 8 parties scheduled.
Woo!
Awesome!
She's ready
and
to
I've
roll.
got 3 people interested, so.
Very exciting.
You are way ahead of the game.
She's ahead of the they're getting paid on that first party. And then work to
I
schedule.
can't wait to start.
Oh, good!
I
I'm
get
so
paid.
excited for you. Yeah, she's like, I want a paycheck. And then there is a third option now that I'm really excited about. You could always have purchased a kit for $175. But now our kit's on sale until the end of September, and you can purchase a starter kit for $99 if you want to. And so when you do it that way, you're able to just get going like within, an hour. And so I have people that have signed up, they purchase their kit, they have their website set up in an hour. So, whichever fits for you, no, not one of those situations is the right way. It's just that we now offer options. So I love the options we have. Either way you choose out of those three options, the next place to go is this little card where it says Start Your Biz. The first step is together we get you enrolled in the PartyLite e-business package. And it's very simple to do that. It'll take you probably less than a half an hour to set up your PartyLite consultant website. But you'll want to do that first thing. So when you get your official ID emailed to you from PartyLite saying, welcome to PartyLite, here's your ID, you're going to get onto our CBC, Consultant Business Center, and you're going to enroll right away in this e-business package. And then go set up your website and then invite 50 people to shop. And I'll tell you, those first 50 people that you put in, that's going to be just the foundation that you're going to start building. That so much is going to lead to others from that. So I'm going to challenge you guys. We're going to, after we, cut here, I'm going to challenge you guys to start making up your list. And everybody who's watching this at home or in your own laptops or whatever, make your own list of 50 and go through that list and add every single one into your own candle connection. Okay? And then once you've done that, and you've got your list of 50 in there, look at those 50, and out of that, pick 10 people that you're going to actually pick up the phone and call and talk to, or even in person talk to. Within the next 24 hours, talk to 10 people. And from those 10, work to schedule your first 3 parties. So out of 10, you're probably going to have 7 that say, no, I'll do one for you in November. I'll do one for you next year, or I'm just not into that. Whatever. But you're going to have 3 out of 10 who hopefully say, yeah, I'll support you and I'll get a free shopping spree. It's a win-win. Okay? So we'll get those first 3 scheduled. We'll cheer for you. If you live local to your sponsor, I know your sponsor would love to be able to go with you. If you're long distance, there's so many tools now. Oh my gosh. When I started in 94, I was pretty much on my own. We didn't even have computers, we didn't have cell phones, certainly no smartphones, and certainly no learning centers. But now there's so many tools out there. So you can go to, before you even get your website, you can go to welcometopartylite.com and see great training on our learning center. You can also go to transformationregion.com and go to the new consultant tab, and there's some great information there about things that you can do to ensure those first parties are successful, and you're doing the good hostess coaching with them to get lots of more parties booked from those 3. But once you have those first 3, then the next thing I'm going to ask you guys to do is list where it says 3, and then it's got 3 lines here. List the names of 3 people right here that maybe fall into these categories. Your most fun and social friend would be the first one. Your most bored friend would be the second one, the one that's always looking for something to do. And then the third person would be your most broke friend. So list all 3 of them on number 3, okay? And then talk to your leader, your sponsor, and let's figure out what we want to do to either get those 3 people with you at the next event in person or on FaceTime like we have Megan, or on the phone with your leader or sponsor, or on our website or something, on your consultant website, so that we can connect with them, because it's so much more fun to start this business with a friend. Whether it's your bored friend, your social friend, or your broke friend, trust me, it's just like, Amanda, you guys are sitting here, and Angie, Amanda brought Angie, and it's so much more fun, isn't it, when somebody's kind of doing this with you that you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, then you can come to events together. together. You guys can get on the computer together, get on the phone together.
And go on trips together.
Go on trips together. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, anyway, hopefully, and once you've gotten those first 3 parties scheduled, we want to work with you on calling the next 10 out of your 50 to book your next 3. So that you can start, like Denise here, with not just 6 or 8 parties, or not just 3 parties on your calendar, but 6 or 8 or 10. So that's so smart, because then look how your business is able to grow quickly. I like to think of it as a tree. So imagine this tree, and then you've got all the different branches branching out. So you've got your new business, and then you've got your friends, you've got your family, your coworkers are a branch, you've got your babysitter as a branch, you've got all these different avenues, your church friends, you've got your volunteer group friends, and when you branch out and do lots of parties with these different groups, you've got a healthier tree, which means you got a better foundation to grow your business quickly. Okay? So we're going to, I know, have lots of questions, but Maria, do you think you know how to turn off the camera? We're going to, I think you do it on the side. We're going to say goodbye.
Bye.
And
Except Tobago, I think she's still there.
there you go. I think that did it. The numbers aren't moving anymore.
Yeah, they are.
Oh.
The red light's still on too.
If you take the battery out, it'll stop it.